I've become completely smooth-brained from only playing one game over the last 11 years. This led me to missing out on some of the games many would consider of the best ever created. For years, I'd heard people talk about Dark Souls, like it wasn't just a game, but something that you survive. Some months ago, I played Elden Ring for the first time. Every boss felt impossible, every death felt personal, and somehow, I could not stop playing. I fell in love with hating it, and myself, just as God intended for a rage-inducing game. After I beat Elden Ring, I realized something terrifying. There was an entire treasure trove of Souls games I had never touched. And if Elden Ring is this incredible, I needed to understand how something like this even came to exist. Which meant I had a date with Destiny. And unfortunately for my sanity, today is that day. Somewhere inside this game was the foundation for one of my favorite gaming experiences ever, and I wasn't gonna stop till I found it. So today, we begin our journey into Dark Souls 3 until I beat every single boss in the game.
Name. No, chat, I'm not naming him Cum, dude.
After arguing with my Twitch chat for way too long, I settled on being a deprived, naked bum so I could experience this game in its purest form.
Must have been a bug or something.
After surviving my first death, I made my way to my first bonfire.
Ah, bonfire lit. Am I really about to hit this guy with a stick when he's got a 40-foot flagpole he's about to shove up my ass and turn me into a kebab or what? Hello! I really don't want to touch that. Ah, hello! Is that mine now? What's up? No. My stamina.
So far, my first Dark Souls 3 boss has been going incredibly well. I'm doing great damage, but I was not expecting him to have a phase 2. This would be the first of many surprises that I would endure during my blind playthrough. What the f—
Is he dead? Oh. First try, first boss. Man, this game's easy. But naked.
I may have first tried the tutorial boss thanks to the boot camp that Elden Ring had put me through, but this was not even a taste of the pain yet to come. One thing sitting in the back of my mind was that I knew half the references and lore I was about to see probably would make no sense yet. And at the end of the game, if I still have questions, that's what videos like this are for. I'm mainly here for the boss fights. There's just something deeply wrong with my brain that enjoys getting my beat for 3 hours straight only to feel 15 seconds of accomplishment after finally winning.
This was shot in front of a live studio audience at twitch.tv/Sweatcicle.
I found my way into Firelink Shrine for the first time and immediately met who chat was referring to as Mommy, so I could start figuring out how to level in this game.
Tend to my flames.
Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment.
Do what now? What did she just say?
One of the biggest things that Elden Ring punished me for was stamina management. I'd constantly get greedy, spam attacks, and then get flattened because I had the endurance of an asthmatic squirrel. So this time around, I wanted to go with a nice healthy mix of endurance, HP, and damage before the game inevitably started ruining my life. I lit the central bonfire, took a lap around the shrine to get familiar with the blacksmith, and figure out where the game actually wanted me to go.
Part of me wants to try and hit the Kratos here, but I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do.
On the other side of the shrine, I found a locked door I couldn't access yet. On the other side, I found a man with a katana, who immediately beat the confidence out of me.
Oh, shit! Who are you? Is this how you heal? Okay, alright, cool. Bro, this is kind of a dick move, bro. Okay, now I'm pissed. Bro, who the f is this guy? Why is there another butt naked guy outside, bro? Sword fight me like a real man did. We'll see who's got the bigger.
After getting folded repeatedly, I had a better idea on how to take care of this guy, assuming the game would let me get away with it.
Can I, like, knock this guy off the cliff? Here, come here. Come here. Yeah. Come here. Come here. Come on. I'm just too smart. I'm too smart. It hurts. My brain being this big just hurts, bro. Oh my god.
After my chat screamed at me for supposedly launching the weapon off the map forever, I panicked and tried fast traveling to reload the area, only to realize that I fast traveled to the area I was supposed to go to the entire time. After doing this, I thought my weapon was gone forever. Luckily, I warped back. The Uchi katana was sitting there waiting for me like nothing happened. And with the new Uchi in hand, I was finally ready to explore the high wall of Lothric.
What the f is that? Bro, what is this game, man?
And I didn't yet realize my Uchi katana was secretly doing terrible damage because I didn't actually have the stats to properly wield it yet. Once I finally realized what was happening, I switched back to the club until I could get stronger.
Wait, these guys are little dude, what the f-
Eventually, I pushed deeper into the castle and had a close encounter with the dragon before barely making it out to the next bonfire. I warped back to Firelink, leveled up, and could finally use the Uchi katana properly.
Dude, where's the... Guys, I found the door.
Eventually, I stumbled into a completely new section of the castle where I found a mysterious woman sitting in a chair who had apparently been waiting for me. And at the far end of the courtyard, there was a giant set of doors, which in a Souls game could only mean one thing.
Oh, wait. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bro, this is definitely a boss. Yeah, if they're fucking off, this is a boss. No, dude. No. Dude, that nose, bro. Alright, surely we can first try this one, right? Alright, what do we got, fat ass? What are we doing? You like these moves? Yeah, right up Main Street, baby. I was not the first try that! I had like no hit! Bro, I was cooking! I was cooking, bro! Bro, I was putting my I was doing really good!
That first attempt went way better than expected, considering random homeless knights outside were giving me more trouble than the boss was. Upon reaching this fight, I knew this music felt familiar, and I quickly realized that this is the music that they use on top of all the Dark Souls memes.
12-го чемпиона мира по шахматам.
I almost first tried that, dude. That would have been nuts in my butts, dude. Bro, the boss isn't even hard, dude. I don't even know how to, like, avoid the frost. That's the hardest part of the whole thing, is just not dying to his fart clouds. Alright. It's all good, he's gonna die. Easy boss. Nice. Beautiful!
After taking Vort down on the 4th attempt, it finally felt like I was making some real progress. The pain within the high wall of Lothric was over for now, but there would be many lessons that Dark Souls 3 had yet to teach me. Overall, Vort was a solid, what I would call, real first boss, so I was looking forward to whatever boss would come next.
Hold up banner. Just like a giant middle finger. Suck my d. Bro, are those like the things from the Wizard of Oz? I just let him take me, forcefully. I didn't do anything. Hello? Fight back, bro. Oh, wait, are they helpful? Oh, okay, thanks, guys. Thank you.
After getting kidnapped, we were suddenly thrown into the undead settlement where I met the Yule of Launder, started developing Taco Bell cravings for absolutely no reason.
Jingle balls, suck on my... Ooh. Nacho. You know what sounds really good right now? A Doritos Locos Taco. I wish this was a hashtag ad, dude. Bro. You guys know what I would give to be sponsored by Taco Bell, bro? I would give one of my nuts. I'll cut it off on stream, bro. I'll cut it with a rusty spoon.
Ran away from angry townspeople, and eventually made my way toward the Road of Sacrifices.
Where'd he go? Come here. Come here. Who the f*** coded these guys, man? This is like some f***ing pre-2000s coding, man.
And then I reached the Farin Keep.
Oh, it's the Farin Woods, dude. Ah! Poisoned! There's gotta be some, like, poison resist I can use or something. Ooh. Wait. Oh, I think that might cure me. It was purple. Uh-oh. Run. Get to a bonfire, please. Am I poisoned for 48 years? Holy f***. I'm getting gangbanged. I'm getting gangbanged. Get my ass. Get my ass. Get my ass. Please. Thank you. Now that we don't have a bunch of souls to lose, we can just go start looking around. When I said suck my balls, I didn't mean it seriously. Like, bro.
This place was miserable. The entire area is covered in poison sludge that constantly drains my health, slows my movement, and forces me to waste my already tiny number of heals just trying to move around normally.
Oh my god. Bro, look at all the loot. Look at the loot!
And on top of all that, I had to solve a puzzle to get through this area.
Where am I? Is this like a drug test? Do I need to pass 3? Do I need to, like, piss in the cup?
At first I thought I was missing something obvious. Then I started running in circles. Then I started dying.
I can't see. I can't move.
Over. And over.
I'm literally just better off running for that.
And over again.
I'm I'm so close to losing my cool, bro. Get your out of my ass! Holy man! God! Dude! This game is so annoying sometimes, man.
Five minutes later.
Cheeky. Soap so good you'll love it?
What was I even supposed to do? Modern games usually start screaming hints at you if you're stuck for more than 5 minutes. So I genuinely was not prepared for this. I came here to fight bosses and test my reaction time, not slowly lose my sanity in one of the most evil areas ever created.
Does this game speed up, chat? Like after I beat this part? Because bro, if it's like this the entire, I cannot finish this game. I'm serious. This is crazy. Like I want to like this game because I like Elden Ring a lot, but this is literally putting me to sleep. This is so boring.
After over 90 minutes trapped in this swamp from hell, I finally found the first flame. One more flame and I could finally leave this area behind. Or at least that's what I thought. Because I had absolutely no idea what kind of boss was waiting for me on the other side. After another miserable lap through the swamp, I finally saw the second flame in the distance. And after more than 2 hours of suffering, the door finally opened. After hours of wandering through what felt like the world's most hateful poison bog, I had finally made it to the reason everyone remembers this area. The Abyss Watchers.
I'm about to get harder than a porn star, dude. Oh my god. I think those guys are gonna despawn, so actually we should be okay. Yo. Sir, your hat is covering your eyeballs. What in the fuck is happening? Who's the boss? Bro, can you stop? Can you stop? Can you stop? This guy's got more stamina than Johnny Sins, bro. GG. I didn't dodge that. Sure, man. Whatever you say.
Immediately I could tell my damage situation wasn't terrible, but my healing situation absolutely was. My 3 heals disappeared almost instantly every attempt. At this point, I genuinely couldn't tell if I'd missed major flask upgrades or if the game was simply telling me to get good. Regardless, I still managed to claw my way into Phase 2.
Alright, is there Phase 2? Probably. Yes, of course there is. I should have known it wouldn't have been that easy. Ah. Of course. Yes, of course. This probably where I ult for. And I already used like all my blue. So, GG. It's been real, it's been fun. At least we got the phase 2. Hey, I have 3 flasks. Wait. Hold up. Holy shit. What the f? Okay, can you not? How did that? I was behind him.
This is all I could handle for one day. The swamp had put me in such a terrible mood that I genuinely did not want to keep playing anymore. After over a month of avoiding the game entirely, I decided it was finally time to stop being a little bitch and lock back in. There's no way I was about to quit one of the most iconic games of all time because of a little poison swamp. The Abyss Watchers had been sitting in the back of my mind for weeks. Not because they felt impossible, but because they felt beatable. And somehow, that was even worse. Before throwing myself back into the fight, I spent a few minutes shaking off the rust and returned to Firelink to see if I had missed anything important. Up until now, I hadn't even really thought about weapon upgrades. Turns out, I still didn't have one available. But, I did finally have an Estus upgrade, giving me 1 extra heal. Which in this game felt like adding another stone to the Infinity Gauntlet. After that, I made a direct sprint back to what my chat had now renamed the Penetration Chamber. It was time to get to work.
Helldivers. Yeah, I played Helldivers twice. Alright, time to get rinsed for an hour. Hey, you cheating hoe! You're fucking... Get him! Get him! Who am I aiming at? And I'm just fucking dead. Oh my god, bro. Why couldn't he move, bro? I literally... McFucking-excuse me? Yo, fuck face. Thank you. Okay, alright, phase 2. I think I got a decent understanding of, like, how these fire attacks work.
Attempt after attempt, things slowly started improving. I was panicking less, I was healing smarter, and for the first time in the game, it felt like I wasn't just reacting anymore. I was actually learning. I started slowing the fight down, waiting for openings instead of forcing them, only taking small hits here and there while trying to survive phase 2 long enough to fully understand the moveset. But no matter how much progress I made, it still felt like I was missing one thing that would finally push me over the edge. Until eventually, I discovered backstabbing!
Wait, I can backstab this guy? Dude, I forgot that was a thing. I thought that was an Elden Ring thing. Are you fucking kidding me? You're trolling.
This absolutely changed everything. Not only did it let me chunk huge amounts of damage, but it also gave me breathing room. Before this, every attempt felt like running for my life, waiting for a tiny opening to appear. Now, I could actually control parts of the fight. And once that clicked, the entire boss started falling apart.
Now that I learned how to backstab, dude, this is fucking crazy, dude. Hee hee! Yep.
Eventually, after hours of dying, it finally happened.
Oh.
I felt free. After nearly 3 hours, the Abyss Watchers were finally dead. I didn't fully understand it yet, but the Abyss Watchers weren't just another obstacle in my way. They were actually one of the Lords of Cinder standing between me and the end of this journey. And for the first time since starting this game, I was not dreading what came next anymore. I was actually excited for it. At this point, I finally understood why people love these games so much. Not because they're fair, not because they're relaxing, but because no other game makes victory feel this earned. Without giving away too much, my Twitch chat informed me that I had already missed 2 bosses up to this point. That completely changed the way I was starting to think about this game. Up until now, I thought Dark Souls 3 was basically one long, straight line of pain and suffering. But the more I played, the more it started feeling a bit like Elden Ring. Not fully open world, but enough that it felt like I was carving my own path through it.
I don't think I went on this side road. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, please stop fisting me. Ooh, is this new? Light bonfire. Okay, we gotta be getting close, right? No. I did not, man. The Easter Bunny didn't visit me this year, unfortunately. God, motherfuck, dude. Now, how the fuck do I open that door? I swear to God, these doors just never open. What the fuck was that? Oh, shit! Ah! Bro, stop that. Stop. You're a hoe. Oh! Bro! Let me pick up the loot, please, man. Bro! Stop! Stop it. 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 Jesus, Martha. Bro, this guy's pissing me off. But I'm a little scared. I feel like there's a boss this way. Wait, I swear to God I was here before. This looks so familiar. I think I came down this stairs, maybe. They also call my wood the Great Wood. We'll hit him with a cock and ball torture or what? Oh, you literally have to hit him in the cock and balls.
It turns out that I completely skipped this boss while running for my life from the angry townspeople earlier. What the hell is this thing? Am I seriously just cutting the ball sack of a giant evil tree? Ah! What is going on here? Where am I supposed to hit him now? Right here? In the armpit? Bro. Sir, where's your sack? Oh, on your hand. No! I could have that first try if I had one more human. I pretty quickly realized that this was more of a gimmick boss than an actual fight. If you make the balls burst, you win. Which honestly sounds like a typical Thursday night. You farting in my mouth, bro? Can you stop? No. Dude, stop! Stop grabbing me, man. Bro, I'm trying to hit your sack, man. Where else do I hit him, bro? There's not one on this hand. He's one. Oh, okay, well that was easy. With the tree down, there was only one other boss left that I had missed. The Crystal Sage. Oh, hi. Oh, it's Renalia.
Hey chat, it's time to wake up. Wakey wakey, hands off of us naked. Hey dickhead, I said get her head out of that fucking bed and get to work. Don't make me do something bad. I'm just kidding, but get the fuck up, her alarm is going.
Point and soul. Just watching out for your health, bucko.
Oh. Which one's the real one?
Twitch chat may have been trying their absolute hardest to sabotage me with text-to-speech spam, but I still managed to persevere.
It's not this one. It's the purple one. You witch! Dude, wait, why is she still there? Why didn't she disappear? What the fuck? She's won! She's won! It's you. God, I'm just a genius. Told you guys, first try, dude.
Kitties! Now that I've got your attention, guys, I've been partnered with GamerSupps for over 6 years at this point, and I firmly believe it's one of the best products on the planet. GamerSupps is so confident you'll love the product that they're willing to ship you 4 different samples for free. You don't even have to put your credit card in. Go to gamersupps.gg, search up samples, add them to your cart, and put code SWEAT in. They'll ship them straight to your door, no strings attached, even if you're international. If you try them and love it, code SWEAT will always give you 10% off on any future orders. They have both caffeinated and non-caffeinated options, is diabetic friendly, it's 40 cents a serving, which is the lowest cost to serving ratio on the market, and I have my own cherry limesicle flavor. If you're interested, head on over to the GamerSupps website, put those samples in your cart and try it for yourself. I didn't fall for the Sage's duplicates too badly and managed to finish the fight on my second attempt. The giant hat kind of reminded me a little bit of Renala from Elden Ring. Although I guess giant goofy wizard hats are probably just standard issue for these kinds of games. Along the way, I made another huge discovery.
Bonfire level 2. What does this do? Wait. What does increasing my bonfire level do? Makes the Estus heal more? Oh. Wait, how many bone shards do I have? Oh, this is, bro. Yeah, this is great. Bro, where are they coming from? They're lagging! He's teleporting! Bro! Alright, buddy, you're getting put down. I'm having dog on the grill tonight. Alright. Cool beans.
Once I got inside the cathedral, things only got worse. Door after door was locked. Every hallway opened into another hallway, every staircase somehow led to more enemies, and at this point the game had completely stopped feeling linear. I started realizing that Dark Souls wasn't really about sprinting from boss to boss. Half the challenge was simply surviving the world itself. This eventually led me deeper into an area where my bleed meter suddenly started filling up non-stop. What is this place? With another flask on my belt, I hoped I could finally brute force my way through the cathedral. Unfortunately, the game had other plans. The sheer amount of enemies in this place was ridiculous. Everything chased me endlessly, arrows were flying from every direction, and it constantly felt like I was one mistake away from being completely swarmed. I wandered around aimlessly, trying to mentally map out this gigantic place in my head, when I finally stumbled into a shortcut leading back to the cathedral.
It's so over, dude. Wait. Oh, wait. Did I find a shortcut? Where does this go? Is this the church? Please tell me this is the church. Oh, bless the fuck up, dude.
Honestly, unlocking shortcuts in this game started feeling just as rewarding as beating bosses.
I was not about to run that shit again, bro.
The deeper into the cathedral I went, the worse everything became. Giants, massive armored knights, and whatever horrifying spider dog creature this thing was.
This game just really doesn't like giving you bonfire stuff. Sir? Chat, no. Nobody move a muscle. Nobody move a muscle.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting rabbits. Ha ha ha.
Run! Dude, oh my god, oh my god. Get me out, get me out, get me out.
Door after door, I only found more enemies, more pain, and more cathedral. The scale of this place genuinely started blowing my mind. I felt constantly on edge while climbing through the rafters, knowing that one bad hit or movement would immediately send me falling to my death.
Guys. 07. Dude, no! Did that kill him too? Wait, see. I traded? I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. This game fucking sucks. What the fuck was that? Bro, are you serious?
This was my first ever experience with a mimic. Experiences like this are what give people lifelong trust issues. Nothing in Dark Souls 3 is free, only pain.
I'm assuming I have to hit the red one. Right? Yeah.
I quickly figured out that I needed to target the glowing red enemy in the crowd, but separating enemies while dodging constant fireballs everywhere was still complete chaos. After dying once, I realized that I had 2 unused flask upgrades sitting in my inventory that I forgot about, so I made a quick trip back to Firelink because at this point, every flask would matter.
God damn, that fucking hurts. Wait, he's healing! He's healing! How's he healing?! Let's go! Poke dead! Poke dead! Poke down!
Honestly, that boss was surprisingly easy compared to the absolute war crime committed to actually reach it. But after beating the deacons, I was completely lost again. There was no obvious path forward, no clear direction, and I couldn't think of anywhere else I hadn't already explored.
Yeah, you guys ever sit here and think about how beautiful life is, and I just sit inside all day? You know?
After wandering aimlessly for a while, I suddenly realized something. I never actually tried progressing beyond the Abyss Watchers because I warped out immediately after beating them.
What? Oh. I do suck fat ones?
Which led me into the catacombs of Karthus.
The catacombs. Oh boy. They just can't get enough of their catacombs in these Souls games, can they? Oh, fucking A. It's just like the catacombs in Elden Ring, dude.
These skeletons immediately gave me PTSD from Elden Ring. Not only did they swarm you instantly, but they never actually die. At this point, our best strategy was going to be sprinting through everything and praying for the best. After getting trapped in this room, something about the wall I was pinned against felt off. So I randomly tested to see if this game had illusionary walls like Elden Ring did. And it actually worked. Unfortunately, I was immediately rewarded with an Indiana Jones boulder flattening me down a staircase.
Are you... Did it just roll back up?
I genuinely don't know how I survived this long, but every time I turned around, there was still somehow a skeleton army chasing me.
What the fuck is this for? Oh my god!
Eventually I stumbled into a giant ominous chamber with scraps of health remaining and absolutely no healing left. I was desperate for a bonfire, and then I saw the goblet. The second I interacted with it and the cutscene triggered, I knew I immediately made a horrible mistake.
I'm so dead. Bro, rule number 1, if you see a goblet on a table, you just don't touch it.
Seems I joined at a good time, Sweatcicle.
No, you didn't. Thanks for 47 BXN. Bro, this is not a bonfire. Ooh, loot. Ah! Dude! Oh my god. Dude, I died to his smell.
After making my way back down, I found a bonfire hidden in the rat sewer, upgraded my Uchi katana again, and returned to face High Lord Wolnir properly. This boss looked terrifying. The giant skeleton design, the darkness, the glowing eyes, the endless skeleton summons. Everything about him felt intimidating. At first my damage felt horrible, which made me think one of two things was happening. Either I was horrifically underleveled, or this was another gimmick boss that I just hadn't figured out yet.
Yeah, I fucking knew it, dude.
And then the second bracelet shattered.
Oh my god, bro.
Everything clicked.
Okay, well that was not bad.
Well, that boss was dumb easy. Just break the 3 bracelets and that's GG.
Passed the IQ test? Yeah, barely, man. It's hard out here, you know?
After cashing in my free souls for some levels, I continued forward. And then the game showed me this.
Guys, we made it to Hogwarts, dude. My first year. Let's go. Oh, there's another bonfire. Yippee!
There's no way that all of that is explorable, right? I genuinely couldn't believe the scale of this place. This game came out almost a decade ago, and I do not remember games from this era feeling this massive. It was at this point that I no longer felt like I was exploring levels, and it started feeling like I was about to explore an actual kingdom. Going into every new area, I always want to fight the enemies for souls, but when everything attacks in groups of 3 or more, while deleting half my health bar, most of the time my only option is to run for my life, or face death. I eventually stumbled into a small safe church after getting chased down by a giant werewolf and found another bone shard hidden behind a tomb.
You swing like 3 times and you're juiced. Oh no, it's one of these things again, bro. Oh.
I couldn't stop admiring this place. The castle grounds, the moonlight, the sheer scale of everything. I felt completely immersed wandering through this city. And in the background, I had my Twitch chat calling me a coward for running away from the swamp beast earlier. So I turned around to fight it.
Bro, stop untargeting him, bro. Bro. It keeps auto-untargeting this guy for some reason. No. Oh my god, I got lucky. Holy shit. No.
And surprisingly, it wasn't too bad. I was rewarded with Pontiff's right eye before continuing deeper into the city, and eventually finding myself entering one of the most infamous areas in the entire game, the Irithyll Dungeon.
Bonfire lit. The Irithyll Dungeon.
The second I entered this place, the entire atmosphere changed. Everything felt oppressive, the hallways were cramped, the distant screaming echoed through the cells. Every enemy looked like something that shouldn't exist. And worst of all, Those jailer enemies could literally drain your maximum health just by looking at you. I did my best to push deeper through the dungeon, but between getting my forehead mushroom stamped by branding irons, swarmed by rats, and developing severe trust issues from every chest in the game, this place slowly started breaking my sanity too.
Yeah, I knew it. Bro, move! Move!
Somehow I managed to find the old cell key, which meant I could finally perform the rarest action in Dark Souls history, opening a locked door.
Bro, just give me a fucking bonfire. I will suck a big fucking fat cock.
What did he say?
Swear to God, swear to God, swear to God. Get up! You could have chosen life.
The deeper I explored, the more endless this place felt. Corridor after corridor, cell after cell, shortcut after shortcut. Every area somehow opened into another giant area.
Is that a gargoyle? Oh, kill me. Kill me, man.
That enemy looked way too much like a gargoyle from Elden Ring, and those things traumatized me enough already. Eventually I managed to get past him and reach the profaned capital bonfire. But even then, the game still was not done. I was really lost. I explored multiple levels of this dungeon with no boss in sight. Remembering which hallways I had or hadn't explored was becoming almost impossible. I had gotten completely sidetracked from the entire kingdom I was exploring above ground earlier, just to suffer in an underground dungeon instead. After running around for over an hour at this point making zero progress, I had to call it a day. I could not take it anymore. The next day, I only had one goal in mind: figure out whatever I needed to in this dungeon and get the hell out of here. There were pathways off in the distance I had already seen before, but I still had no idea how to actually reach them. Things got off to a good start when I stumbled across the Jailbreaker's key.
Jailbreaker's key. Are we cooking? To the barred window. We need to find the barred window. Jesus fuck! Stop that, dude!
But this is where I finally realized something. I hadn't actually been absorbing my surroundings properly. I was so focused on surviving, running from the gargoyle, and not getting swarmed every 5 seconds that I completely walked past the actual path forward multiple times.
Wait a second. Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, this game sucks, man. Oh my god. I've walked past it like 5 times. Bro. How? Just how? That's the only thing I can say is how. I thought this just went down to like the same area.
It was literally just a ladder sitting next to the bonfire in the profaned capital. And at this point I started realizing half the difficulty in Dark Souls 3 wasn't just the bosses. It was slowing down long enough to actually see what the game was trying to show me. I didn't even need the key to progress. I'm just blind. After descending deeper, I knew we were getting close to something important. The entire area suddenly felt tomb-like. Massive hallways, ash-covered floors, rows of hooded figures kneeling in worship. It genuinely felt like I was walking towards something ancient. And then, it was time for my second Lord of Cinder.
Alright, here we go. Yorm the Giant. Is this a gimmick fight? Yeah, this has got to be some sort of gimmick fight.
Yet again, my sword was doing absolutely nothing. When I returned to the arena, I noticed an item sitting beside Yorm's throne.
Alright, there's something up there. The Storm Ruler? Do I have to equip this thing or what? Oh yeah, let me just find that out of my 400 weapons real quick. Hold on. Where is the Storm Ruler, bro? Does it sort these alphabetically or what? I'm just gonna assume I have to use this thing.
I tried using it, and my damage was still terrible. At this point, I was genuinely confused, because I figured it had to be another gimmick fight, but even the weapon the game literally handed me didn't seem to be working.
I just don't know why he would have a weapon here if I'm not supposed to use it.
How ironic this would become. So instead, I switched back to my Uchi Katana and kept dancing around Yorm completely clueless as to how Storm Ruler actually worked. I was preparing for a 20-minute boss fight at this point. I was doing damage and I could dodge most of Yorm's attacks, so surely I could just brute force this, right? After a few more poundings, we gave up on that, and I came up with two theories. Either the pillars in the room were important somehow, or I needed to hit his legs enough to stagger him, like Elden Ring, so I could get a giant critical attack. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to backstab this guy.
Because I feel like you just need to, like, knock him down, but I really don't have a way to do that. Do I need to parry him? Is that what it is? Is it a parry gimmick? Maybe?
I was running out of ideas. So, naturally, I grabbed a shield and started trying to parry a giant.
I don't even know if you can parry.
My chat was absolutely losing their minds because apparently this fight was way easier than I was making it. There was just one tiny problem. I still hadn't figured out what the game was actually trying to teach me. Even in Elden Ring, I had never encountered anything like this before. Apparently, this game had been trying to teach me something all day. Slow down. Pay attention. The answer is probably right in front of you. Instead of fighting Yorm again immediately, I started exploring the enemies outside the boss room, hoping they might drop something useful. Only to get immediately eaten alive by a mimic.
Alright, which one of these do? That... This game is so ass, bro. I fucking clearly hit that chest, bro. I clearly hit both of them.
At this point, I became so desperate that I literally started cycling through random weapons trying to find anything that worked better.
I just don't understand. This sword was in his room, and it does fucking nothing. Like, what? Yeah, just hit me in between your legs, man. Crush me with those thick thighs.
Then, while standing at the bonfire, I finally had my eureka moment.
It's literally just Rykard.
The second I saw the wind building around the weapon, my brain immediately went to Elden Ring. Rykard was basically the exact same setup. A special weapon inside the boss arena, wind attacks, charge mechanic. The only difference was that in Elden Ring, regular attacks still did decent damage too. This had to be the answer, because if it wasn't, I was genuinely going to lose my mind.
This hits him from over here, I'm gonna freak out. Please lock on, please lock on, please lock on. Thank you. You have to charge that for so long, dude. Holy shit.
And the second the attack landed, everything clicked. We have this in the bag now.
Hello? Please, why is it not? Please. Sit down, boy! Does it not keep the charge? Oh, it is. Okay. Took forever, but we did it.
Another Lord of Cinder down. I still didn't fully understand the significance of all this yet, but for the first time in hours, I finally felt like I was starting to learn how this game wanted me to think. I couldn't even be mad anymore. I had nobody to blame but myself. I should have read the item descriptions and tooltips instead of assuming knowledge from other games would carry me through everything. That was becoming one of the biggest lessons Dark Souls 3 had been trying to teach me. Just because you understand games does not mean you understand this game. Nonetheless, slowly learning and adapting still felt like progress.
Okay, I have an idea. Okay, maybe not.
After beating Yorm, I tried to reveal another hidden pathway similar to the Abyss Watcher's arena, only to realize that this was just the end of the path.
This. Cinders of a Lord.
Before leaving, I decided it was finally time to start reading the things the game had been giving me instead of instantly ignoring them. And with the suffering of the Irithyll dungeon finally behind me, I could finally return to above ground and continue exploring the kingdom that I had barely scratched the surface of up to this point.
So, how... I have to go up there to grab that. So I need to get up to this... Yeah. Figures.
I could now see where I needed to go. I just had no idea how to actually get there. I was dreading having to backtrack through all these enemies just to test random pathways.
I'm gonna bash my head against a fucking wall, bro. Some path way over fucking yonder, but when I go down and I'm going that direction, there's nowhere to go. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't click. Because I've gone all the way back and there's no pathway here. Like, I don't know where else the game would like me to go. Because I want to go up here, because there's obviously... I just realized there's a fucking boss door up there.
At this point, I was somehow starting to miss the Irithyll dungeon. At least the enemies there were easier to deal with than this.
Can you swing, please, you fat fuck? I've only spec'd everything into dexterity, man. Not very dexterous. Holy fuck. Pissing me off, bro. Yep. Well, I'm back at the same area again. Dude, I'm genuinely, I'm getting so pissed. Like, I might uninstall this game. This is getting ridiculous.
The irony of the pathway forward being hidden in another swamp completely blew my mind. I had literally already been there before and somehow missed it again. And the next area was somehow even worse. Dogs everywhere, knights, magic spamming enemies, constant pressure in every direction. And I genuinely felt like I was reaching a boiling point. This game has the magical ability to be simultaneously beautiful, infuriating, exhausting, immersive, and completely addictive, all at the same time. Eventually we persevered through, and then I walked into Pontiff's arena. Even though my face looked completely emotionless, the music alone told me I wasn't walking into a boss fight. I was walking into a war. And death after death, we danced, slowly learning attacks, slowly surviving longer, slowly understanding the rhythm of the fight.
I don't think this boss is that hard. He's just got a lot of lunge. That's the hardest part about this boss. Unless there's a phase 2. Of course.
I really wanted to end the day on a victory, but Pontiff had other plans. It was probably for the best, because sometimes stepping away, resetting mentally, and coming back not tilted and fresh is the only way to survive these games. The only thing I cared about today was killing Pontiff. Unfortunately, the first 5 hours of stream were spent playing Destiny 2 PvP, so my blood pressure was already scientifically engineered for maximum rage before I even launched Dark Souls. But regardless of my rapidly declining mental state, I was not ending stream until Pontiff was dead.
Alright. Jack Mehoff back at it again with the white vans. First try.
Pontiff had become less of a boss, and was now more of a personal problem. The first few attempts of the day immediately felt different though. Cleaner dodges, better spacing, less panic. The mental reset had worked.
You guys want me to continue playing Dark Souls, you gotta pay your sweat tax. Alright, easy clap. Nice.
And somehow, I killed him within the first 10 minutes. At this point, I was finally starting to understand one of the most important things about these games. Sometimes your biggest upgrade isn't levels, weapons, or armor. Sometimes your brain just needs to stop getting microwaved for a few hours. With Pontiff finally dead, I spent all my newfound souls on stat upgrades and another Uchigatana upgrade, and for the first time in a while, I felt genuinely excited to keep exploring. What I didn't realize though, was that I was about to walk into one of the most iconic areas in gaming history, Anor Londo. The problem though, I had absolutely no idea what Anor Londo even was. To me, it was just another cool area, but my chat knew exactly where we were. And judging by their reactions, it apparently was not going to be pretty.
What the fuck is that? Yo. Who the fuck is this guy?
This felt like the fastest transition between bosses in the entire game so far. So naturally, I assumed this is probably just some random mini-boss. Instead, I was staring down my third Lord of Cinder, Aldrich, Devourer of Gods. To my surprise, my damage felt pretty good here. The only real problem is that Aldrich's attacks also hit like a freight train. As long as I could survive the giant arrow barrage, this fight felt very doable.
No, bro, that was so free. I got hoed, bro. I got fucking hoed.
We were getting really close, and then this happened.
Dude, what? Am I dead? What are we doing? Is he dead? Are we dead? Oh, he's dead. Bro, where's the phase 2? Oh,
That was a super cool fight, but it didn't really feel quite like a Lord of Cinder to me. Maybe it's because it didn't take more than a couple of tries, or the fact that I didn't understand the significance of Anor Londo yet, since I'm playing the Souls series backwards, but it didn't give me much time to think. I was about to get pulled into another area before I could even think about spending the massive amount of souls that I had just earned.
I didn't even get to spend my fucking souls, dick fuck.
And suddenly, I was fighting for my life against the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. The second this fight started, the entire mood changed. The music, the movements, the atmosphere. Everything about the Dancer felt wrong in the best possible way. Like the boss itself was moving slightly out of sync with reality. And after getting killed the first time, I suddenly realized I now had 50,000 souls trapped inside the Dancer's arena. So now this just wasn't a boss fight anymore. It was a recovery mission. I needed to get back into that arena, survive long enough to grab my souls, and somehow escape getting turned into human spaghetti by this thing.
Hello, buddy. Good to see you again. Shit, Sunforge. I don't know how the fuck that didn't hit me. What is it? That's what he's doing. Found it. Leave me alone. I didn't do nothing. Easy squeezy, bitch.
I was feeling incredible. Not only had I saved my souls, but I now had over 110,000 souls. But more importantly, I had suddenly defeated Pontiff, Aldrich, and the Dancer all within a couple hours. I was actually starting to feel my improvement in real time. I had learned a lot in just a few days. And surely there will be more future roadblocks, but my confidence in being able to more quickly overcome them was rising. Following the helpful message on the ground, I placed the basin at the statue, and the footage corrupted for the cutscene. So that's cool. At least we ended up in the right place. We're now in Lothric Castle. And immediately, the game reminded me not to get too comfortable. The enemies here were insanely aggressive. Everything felt faster, angrier, more relentless.
I don't think they want me to go up here. Oh. No. No? From what? There's no fire on my feet!
Like the hard-headed idiot I am, I kept repeatedly trying to sprint through the dragonfire trying to grab loot. I genuinely don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but somehow it kept working. The deeper into the castle I climbed, the more dangerous everything became. Floor after floor, night after night, the game genuinely felt like it was ramping towards something massive.
I got so lucky. I just got saved.
I was milliseconds away from opening another mimic chest before getting hit in the back and accidentally saved from an immediate disaster. At this point, the game had successfully conditioned me into distrusting every chest, hallway, and suspiciously empty room in existence.
You just fucking blow dick. What the fuck just happened? Why, bro? Stupid hoe.
Eventually, I managed to take down the dragon guarding the bridge and continued pushing deeper into the castle. And then, I ran into this guy.
What the fuck is this?
The Dragon Slayer armor immediately felt different. Heavy, aggressive, intimidating. After everything we'd accomplished for the day, this felt like a perfect place to stop. We'd deal with that tomorrow. I was genuinely proud of how much progress we made today. Not because I suddenly mastered the game, but for the first time, it felt like I was starting to understand how Dark Souls wanted me to play, even if I had absolutely no idea what was happening half the time.
Are you serious?
The damage I was doing against the Dragon Slayer was not feeling great. So before throwing myself back into the fight, I decided to take another lap around the area looking for more Titanite to upgrade my Uchigatana. In the process, I found a bone shard. One thing I'd also been completely neglecting up to this point was my armor setup. Back in Elden Ring, I learned very quickly how much I despised fat rolling. Even medium rolling kind of annoyed me. I've always preferred being more fast and adaptable, even if it means sacrificing defense. So, after making a few small adjustments to my armor, I hoped this would give me more of a fighting chance.
Are you serious? Bro, he wouldn't dodge. I slammed B 3 times.
And immediately, the difference was noticeable. Even though I completely choked the attempt, I could already tell the fight felt way more manageable. We were gonna get this soon. Or maybe not. Because after that, my attempts somehow started getting worse. I was getting greedy again, playing too aggressive, forcing openings that weren't there. And the Dragon Slayer armor punished every single mistake. Eventually, I'd realized I was falling right back into the exact bad habits that blocked my progress earlier in the playthrough. I needed to slow down, observe, and follow the dance the boss was trying to show me. And once that clicked in my stubborn head, it showed immediately.
Told you. The run, the run! Okay, I thought it wasn't over. The run, the run, 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 the run, the run, the run!
That fight felt incredible, but there's no way that that was the true peak of the kingdom. The Dragon Slayer armor felt less like the final threat, and more like the last knight desperately standing guard before something far worse beyond the castle walls. There had to be something more waiting for me. But before pushing further, I returned to Firelink Shrine to spend my souls and accidentally discovered something extremely important.
Wait, offer cinders of a lord. Wait, did I just fuck up by placing those?
I had also unlocked Soul Transposition. The idea seemed incredibly cool, and I had seen it before in Elden Ring. But, realistically, I knew I was barely managing to keep up one weapon upgraded properly. Trying to level entirely new weapons sounded like financial ruin. But the bigger discovery here was the offering of the cinders to the thrones. At the time, I didn't fully understand the significance of what I had just done, but I was getting closer and closer to the end of the journey. For now, though, we needed to continue forward to figure out what exactly the Dragonslayer armor had been protecting, the Grand Archives. And if Elden Ring taught me anything, it's that libraries are horrifying. Not just because of my inability to read, there's always something deeply cursed about libraries in these games. Magic spam, ambushes, endless staircases, and the enemies that know exactly how to ruin your life from across the room.
They'll never see this one coming.
At this point, I genuinely had no idea what dipping my head in a wax bath was supposed to accomplish. I was beyond questioning anything anymore. Maybe it would increase my IQ. Maybe it would help me read. Who knows?
Who the fuck are these guys? Oh.
With my newfound candle powers, I pushed deeper into the archives until eventually reaching the highest level of the castle. And the second I saw this view, I knew we were approaching something massive.
It's a big castle. No. Bro, dodge! Bro, can I please have a bonfire? I will suck a dick for some bonfire right now.
What?
Oh. Oh. What the fuck is this, man? Go, 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 go. We good? Can you fuck?
Seriously, what even is this place? Was this the final boss? A secret area? What exactly was I walking into? And unfortunately, I was walking into it with low health and had no bonfire in sight. So naturally, I sent it anyways.
Fucking cocksucker.
Well, back to the bottom of the archives. The run back was miserable. Probably the worst one I had experienced thus far.
I'm about to get like rolled and smoked by something here. Like, well, every time I see a giant staircase, I just think of a giant bowling ball rolling down. I'm just fucking deceased, bro. Jesus fucking H, Mother of Mary Christ.
With the amount of insanely aggressive knights guarding the staircase, I genuinely wasn't sure if I could even make it to the top of the stairs without being destroyed. How the hell was I supposed to fight all these guys?
Fuck all of you.
Luckily, I made it through and found an elevator shortcut, and suddenly the impossible run back became manageable. Now, I could approach the boss door without burning through all my healing. It was time for one of the most iconic fights in this entire game.
Oh boy.
Oh dear. Another dogged contender. Welcome, unkindled one, purloiner of cinders. Mind you, the mantle of Lord interests me none.
My left ear is enjoying this very much right now.
The legacy of lords. Let it all fade into nothing. You've done quite enough. Now have your rest.
And with my Twitch chat already pre-laughing at me before the fight even started, I knew I was about to suffer.
Alright, who is this pussy? Oh, he's him. Where can the backstab this guy? Nope.
I don't remember any other boss just instantly teleporting around the arena like this. And before I could even process what happened, I got slammed, then slammed again. At this point, I did what I always do whenever I feel stuck. I returned to Firelink's shrine and prayed the blacksmith could magically solve all my problems. I handed over the coal that I had been hoarding forever and realized I could now infuse my weapons with different properties. And suddenly, it all started clicking together. I wanted to try upping my dexterity scaling, which would give me better overall damage, as long as it was with an element the boss wasn't resistant to.
Yeet, yeet, little skirt, skirt, skip, skip.
I took my best guess, acquired a sharp gem, and it boosted my scaling from C to A. This one change immediately increased my damage by around 20%, which was massive.
Infuse weapon. I wish I had done this sooner, bro. Fucking A scaling on dex? That is insane.
This was starting to tip the scales of the fight for me. It allowed me to push, and I finally managed to take Lorien's health bar all the way to 0.
Oh, brother.
Unyielding sword of Lothric's prince. Rise if you would. For that is our curse.
What is going on? Is this like a step bro moment? The fuck is going on? Oh, hell no. Oh, dude, are you fucking kidding me? We hurt so bad! Okay, he doesn't have much health though. We're good. We're big chillin'.
Holy shit. What a cinematic fight. Just when I thought I'd finally won, this happened.
What?!
This spot marks our grave.
I was cranking! I fucking knew it. Cheating ho, cheating ho, cheating ho, bro.
I really should have seen this coming. I learned this lesson all the way back in Zelda Twilight Princess. If you killed 2 Shadow Beasts without finishing the 3rd one fast enough, they'd revive each other. Ever since then, I've been permanently paranoid about duo or trio boss fights doing something like this. But somehow, I still let my guard down. At this point, I realized the real challenge wasn't just killing Lorien. I needed to somehow isolate Lothric during the 2nd phase, which was much easier said than done. I kept trying over and over before eventually realizing something horrifying. I might just have to kill Lorien twice during this phase for this to work.
Bro, I had that in the bag, bro. I was frying. That boss is easy squeezy, bro. Okay, so I just need to keep backstabbing. What am I supposed to do with my fat ass camera?
Marks our grave. But you may rest here too, if you like.
Are you? That's some fucking bullshit, bro. I popped 1 flask across the arena, and he 1-taps me in my asshole. That's some fucking bullshit. Alright, note to self, pop blue flask before phase 2. What? That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit, bro! I'm gonna have to kill this guy twice, aren't I? I don't think I'm gonna be able to kill her before I kill him.
Backseat 24-hour pounding Pac-Man North MTS.
Die, bitch!
My words, Ash One. You
I did get it. Did I get it? Are we done? Is it 3? Okay, we're done. Woo!
My original plans sort of lined up, and I felt very lucky. I just kept swinging until everything died. He was very close to resurrecting. And during this moment, I was absolutely terrified there was about to be a phase 3. But we did it. We had finally defeated all 4 Lords of Cinder. This was my favorite fight in the game so far. The music, the arena, the teleporting, the cutscenes, the rhythm of the fight. It felt like less of a boss fight and more like a duel for the throne itself. And with my newfound knowledge about placing the cinders in Firelink Shrine, it was finally time to return.
So what the fuck is with this? I put like 4 hats in a thing? Is there stuff I need to do for like these other chairs? Ah. Wait, was that who I just killed, or was that someone else?
Yeah. Maybe immediately committing a war crime by killing Ludlith wasn't the smartest decision I've ever made. But, in my defense, I genuinely didn't think the game would let me kill him.
You know, I kind of said it as a joke. I didn't really think you could kill that guy.
And then, after placing the cinders, I was teleported to the kiln of the first flame.
I beat the game? Was that it?
Farewell, Ashen. May the
Oh shit. So there actually was something to this. Why am I kneeling? Shouldn't they be kneeling before me? I just clapped ass.
noble lords of Cinder. The fire fades. And the lords go without thrones. Surrender your fires to the true heir.
Pog me? She gonna smite me? Step on me. Oh, that's later? Okay.
Grant death to the old gods of Lordran, deliverers of the first flame.
Oh.
The ash, the silence, the atmosphere. Everything about this place felt final. Like I had finally reached the end of something ancient, and standing before me was the soul of Cinder. I was in for the dance of my life.
Oh, he's a cheating hoe. Oh, great, dude. He's losing, so he pulls out magic, dude. Oh, wait, I should have this one right. Oh, he continues that. That's great. Motherfucker just do a backflip? Okay, Jackie Chan. Poison me, that's great. Why can I not backstab this guy? Hello? 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 Did I just get pling plonged?
It had taken me forever just to consistently reach phase 2 of the Soul of Cinder fight. The fight was starting to feel way too long. At this point, I admitted to myself that this build probably just wasn't cutting it anymore. I returned to Anne Orlando to farm souls and hopefully squeeze out a little bit more damage through some dexterity upgrades. While leveling my stats, I started wondering if respeccing was possible in this game like it was in Elden Ring. Apparently it was. And the only hint my Twitch chat would give me was that the NPC I needed to find was in my favorite place in the entire game, the Cathedral.
Who do I talk to? I remember this place. This castle's a pain in the dick.
So, naturally, I spent over an hour wandering around looking for some mysterious worm lady that could supposedly rebuild my character. No! Eventually, I found her, only to realize I didn't have the material required, and I probably shouldn't respec yet anyways until I fully commit to a different weapon. So I returned to the blacksmith and started looking through my options. While I was looking through, I heard the Twin Blades call to me. Trying to switch my build to the Twin Blades immediately sent me spiraling into a massive scavenger hunt for Titanite shards, other upgrade materials, more souls, Estus upgrades, or anything that could possibly help me survive the endgame. This eventually brought me all the way back to somewhere I had completely forgotten about, the Lock Tower and Firelink Shrine.
You can get to the bridge that overlooks the shrine, drop down and find a window that allows you to... Okay, so I gotta go back to the elevator.
While exploring through this tower, I heard a very familiar voice.
Sorry, friend. Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is... Some places... Ooh. Have no fear. Besides, you're surrounded by ladies.
Patches? From Elden Ring? This snake can literally never be trusted in any universe, huh? While continuing my hunt for upgrades, I also found the Estus ring and another Estus shard. Every improvement was feeling massive. More healing, more damage, more survivability. I needed absolutely everything I could get. Next up was another lovely return trip to another favorite location in the game, the Irithyll dungeon. I tracked down a mimic chest I previously avoided and killed it for yet another Estus shard. Then I wandered into the Consumed King's Garden, which was another entire area I had somehow completely missed before. How does this keep happening throughout the entirety of the game? Entire pathways, entire bosses, entire regions, all hidden behind exploration and curiosity. And I think that's one of the most beautiful parts of Dark Souls 3 that I've realized thus far. You can get completely lost chasing one path forward while entire branches of the world still remain hidden somewhere else. Although, I do wish this game had a map sometimes. But I think part of the skill this game forces you to develop is mental mapping. For a world this interconnected and massive, that's a very daunting task. Continuing through, I pushed through yet another swamp while learning the fun fact that poison and toxic are somehow completely different status effects in this game. That is pure evil.
I don't like this. I really don't like this. Please keep your dick in your pants. Keep your dick in your... Oh! What is this?
You ignorant slaves. Finally taken notice, have you? Of the power of my beloved Ocelot, child of dragons. Well, I will not give him up. For he is all that I have.
You need to trim those nails, bro. You're greasy ass, bitch ass, motherfucking ass. Ass.
What the hell is this thing? How do you say his name? Osiros looked less like a king and more like some horrible swamp mutation. At this point, I had finally upgraded to 10 healing flasks and we were officially going gator hunting. Unfortunately, the toxic swamp leading to the boss door was burning through my heals before I could even reach the fight. So I started desperately searching for a better route.
I see. I mean, I guess it's kind of a good shortcut.
Eventually, I found the shortcut that bypassed the swamp, and instantly my confidence shot way up. The actual fight itself feels very different from most of the bosses up to this point. Most of the fights in Dark Souls had started feeling rhythmic, like dances, patterns, movements to learn and follow. Osiris didn't really feel like that at all. He felt chaotic, violent, like fighting a rabid animal instead of a swordsman. Thankfully, through the chaos, I still managed to bring him down within a few attempts, and with Osiris defeated, I crossed another boss off the list on my journey toward finally becoming a true Dark Souls 3 player. But even then, the Soul of Cinder was still looming over me in the back of my mind. And even worse, there was apparently still an entire list of DLC bosses waiting to destroy my sanity later. Again, something about this wall just felt wrong. I was starting to think that Elden Ring had apparently given me some sixth sense for detecting fake walls. Sometimes a room just feels like it's hiding something, like there's more beyond what your eyes can actually see.
There it is.
I was then welcomed to the untended graves.
I was gonna say, there's no way they made a door like that just for it to end.
This place immediately felt wrong. Dark, silent, and empty. The graveyard itself almost felt abandoned by reality, and somehow, the silence was louder than the enemies. After fighting through waves of zombies and invaded dark spirits,
Normal boss arena. I recognize this place. Wait. I could have that first try pretty easy.
I stumbled into the arena of Champion Gundyr. This fight immediately felt familiar in the best way possible. This was back to feeling like a dance. His glowing red eyes, his aggressive stance, the relentless pressure. It was intimidating, but for the first time in a long time, I felt genuinely confident walking into a difficult fight. Old me would have gotten absolutely demolished by this boss, but now, I could actually keep up.
That's such fucking bullshit that doesn't hit. How the fuck did my...
Even if I choked once or twice along the way.
It's the secret every time, man!
Through observation and patience, eventually Champion Gundyr fell. But what shocked me most wasn't the boss, it was what came after. Because the deeper I explored, the more horrifying realizations started creeping into my head. That this place was even more familiar than I had thought. Too familiar. This was Firelink Shrine, but empty. Everyone was gone, the shrine sat abandoned, and items were left behind where people normally should have been standing. Not destroyed, not chaotic, just absent. It genuinely felt like I was walking through the corpse of somewhere familiar, and somehow, that was even more unsettling than any boss so far in the game. I did find one soul that still remained, the handmaid, sitting there in her chair just waiting for something to happen. With every inch of the area finally explored, it was time to return back to the Soul of Cinder. But this time, I had more dexterity, more healing, and more experience. And I was feeling like I was finally ready. I was reaching phase 2 of the Soul of Cinder fight much more consistently, but actually surviving it was a completely different story. His enhanced attacks felt relentless, faster, more aggressive, and there was nothing left for me to rely on anymore besides learning the dance. No more shortcuts, no more hidden gimmicks, no magic solution, just rhythm, patience, and execution. This was looking like my best run yet. I managed to enter phase 2 with 8 heals remaining. This was definitely possible.
Bro, yeah, let's get stuck on a log, bro. Can you hit him, please? Alright, time for phase 3. Yippee! It's hard to be excited about that after getting literally bullshit fucking inputs. God, dude. Is that final boss? Is that it? Really? That's the final boss? Yeah, we'll go back and do Nameless. I feel like that was kind of like a mediocre final boss. There were other bosses that I thought were a lot cooler than that for a final boss.
After everything this game had put me through, it felt strangely peaceful, like the journey was finally allowing me to rest. And then the game immediately tried to throw me into New Game Plus. No, absolutely not. I still have bosses to kill.
Wow, $100,000.
Yippee!
More dexterity!
Even though my confidence was now at an all-time high, there was still one name in the back of my mind. The Nameless King. I had heard this name so many times throughout my playthrough from chatters who sounded genuinely traumatized by this boss. And that terrified me a little bit. But before I could even think about fighting him, I had to figure out how to actually reach whatever hidden nightmare he was buried inside. Because somehow, even after beating the game, Dark Souls 3 still wasn't finished with me yet. So naturally, we returned to my favorite place in the game. Irithyll Dungeon. My chat was so confident that I wouldn't be able to find this without a tiny hint, but the only thing that they gave me was that I needed an emote.
Is it okay? So is it like a fake wall, or is it like interact with something, or is it a door that I missed? You need an emote? I don't even know how to emote. How do I emote?
That was it. No clue where to use it, what it did, or why an emote would somehow unlock hidden endgame content, but at least it was something.
Hello.
Oh, I thought you'd all but good to know that us. Except so, this is a...
While exploring, I found and rescued a woman trapped in the cell, and I wasn't sure if this was important or not, but in Dark Souls, every hidden interaction feels like it could matter.
Am I in the right area? I don't feel like it's up here. There's like a little courtyard thing out here that seemed a little out of place.
This led into a game of running around for what felt like an eternity. Eventually, my chat could not stand it anymore because I was just running in circles. It turned into a game of hot and cold until I stumbled across this spot. A place that I already walked past multiple times before, and I didn't realize how important it actually was, because it didn't look important.
Wait. It's this. It's gotta be this. Hello? Oh, it did work. Oh, shit. Chad, I do only have 30 minutes, though. I gotta go. Just warning you guys now. So if we don't finish this today, we'll do it tomorrow. Dude, my ears are getting blown the fuck out right now. What is going on? Oh my god. Somebody making popcorn, dude?
Dude, how the hell was anybody supposed to find this naturally? The fact that people discover this stuff back in the day without guides is so impressive. It didn't feel like I was uncovering a video game secret. It felt like I was stumbling into some ancient ritual the world was hiding from me. I woke up on the side of a cliff and we were now in Arc Dragon Peak.
Oh. Hello.
The wind, the clouds, the mountain stretching endlessly into the sky. Everything about this place felt different from the rest of the game, like I had somehow climbed beyond the normal world entirely. I cleared the outer gate, collected a ridiculous amount of free upgrade materials from the enemies, and eventually opened another massive set of doors. Waiting behind them was the ancient wyvern.
Open the door! Open the damn door! Honey, I'm home! Oh, hello there! I see one Destiny joke in the chat. You guys are getting permit. Okay, this is a problem. This is a problem. Why the fuck does he have that much health? It's a gimmick fight, dude. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Come on. Yep. I get it. I'll fuck off. Leave me alone.
Immediately, my brain started trying to solve a puzzle, because not only were my damage numbers a little wonky, but the arena just didn't feel like a boss arena. This felt different. So once again, I started searching for the gimmick. I grabbed the ring of steel protection from the bridge, which was great, right before immediately dying. While pondering my life choices, waiting to respawn, my first thought was that the game maybe wanted me to use Storm Ruler again, and it thematically made sense. Big dragon, wind attack, special weapon. So, I sprinted back and tried it. Absolutely nothing happened. Okay, if that wasn't it, there had to be more here that I wasn't seeing yet. So, instead of fighting the dragon directly, I started studying the environment.
I think I might have to, like, find something. Is it like a catapult? Plunging attack? Oh, wait. Do I need to, like, stab him in the eyeballs? Try plunging attack. What the fuck is plunging?
Then, I saw the path upward. The music was escalating, I was ascending higher and higher into the storm, and I could feel the game building towards something.
Okay, I thought maybe there'd be like an animation thing or something. Okay, I see the vision. Send it!
Wait, that wasn't the answer? Everything about that just seemed so perfect. The dragon was perfectly positioned, the gap looked intentional, it just made sense. Was I missing something again, somehow?
Dude, every fucking movie they go for the neck, bro, and then 3 spawn. It's not a bad theory, man! If I'm going for the eyeballs, I might as well just throw my fucking sword. What do I need to jump for?
I had to try again. And this time...
Wait, oh, I lost all my souls. Now that was poggers. Guys, I just did it in 1 hit, dude. Now that was crazy.
That was absolutely epic. After being mysteriously transported again, I found myself even higher in the clouds. I was getting closer and closer to the boss chat had spent the entire playthrough hyping up, the Nameless King.
Oh, who the fuck is this? Everything's fine. Shut up. Bro, are you fucking serious? Oh my ambush! Bro, give me a bonfire, please. No. Stop. Stop it. No. Bro. Where did that just take me?
I sprinted to the next bonfire and secured my respawn before continuing forward across the bridge. And waiting at the end was a bell. But not just any bell. Something about this moment felt ceremonial, ancient, important. Like the entire mountain had been leading towards this one action, and then the bell rung.
What does this do? Hello? Ah, my ears. A fucking stroke in my chair, dude. Hello? Oh, I wasn't supposed to? Uh-oh. I don't think there's floor down there.
I was genuinely confused. Chad had spent days hyping up the Nameless King. This felt like the moment he should have showed up, but that definitely was not the name on my screen. Maybe he's just the next boss after this one. Usually against giant enemies like these, I try and play more safe and attack the feet, but the damage there was terrible. I tried attacking the head instead, and everything changed. If I wanted to beat the King of the Storm, I needed to learn how and when to strike directly at the dragon's neck and head, but that was much easier said than done.
This is some hoe activity, bro. Brother. Okay, come on down, bitch boy.
Eventually, the dragon fell.
He's about to shove that thing so far up my ass. Yeah.
Lock in! With his sword now infused with the power of the storm itself, this was the Nameless King. And he was finally about to show me why people feared him so much.
Okay, so he's kind of got the sword that please die? I feel like that wasn't a bad first attempt. That guy doesn't have very much health. Bro, we're gonna smoke this guy. That was honestly not bad. I don't think that guy's gonna be very hard. Unless he has a phase. If he has phase 3, then I'm fucking cooked. then it's absolutely fucking cooked.
The Nameless King genuinely felt like one of the tankiest bosses I had faced in the entire game. Taking down the King of the Storm was becoming more and more consistent throughout my attempts, but knowing there was still another gigantic health bar waiting behind every single attempt was mentally exhausting.
No, I'm dead. Dude, I didn't know what he was doing.
Especially when it wasn't just the boss anymore.
Oh, that's a great time for my game to tab out, bro. Thank you so much. What an awesome video game.
Throughout my entire playthrough, the game just randomly tabs itself out at the worst times imaginable. Sometimes it happened while I was running around. Other times, it happens when I'm actively fighting for my life. Attempt after attempt, the Nameless King continued crushing my morale into dust. Eventually, I reached that dangerous stage every Souls player knows. Not rage, not frustration, just desperately craving the relief of finally being done. With hours of attempts under my belt, I knew I could beat him. I was reaching phase 2 consistently, I understood the attacks, but somehow, I kept making the exact same mistakes over and over again.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Bro, how many times are you gonna... He did 6 attacks in a row. With yet again a new combo, bro. Like, come on. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, I knew it. I got fucking Charles Barkley, man. How? I'm mid-fucking dodge, you fat fuck! Do something, you useless piece of shit.
As much as I hate myself in the moment, I continued to push through.
Let's wait, okay. Alright. GG's. Bro, when he doesn't do, like, attacks I'm not familiar with, it's not that bad.
I said that in complete delusion, as if I didn't just get psychologically dismantled for multiple hours straight. Nameless King definitely lived up to the hype, even though I was majorly salty. It was one hell of a battle that I will definitely remember, and I'm looking forward to fighting him again in a future playthrough.
Everybody shut up. If there's a phase 3, I'm not kidding, I'm logging off. I swear to God I will end stream. Are we good? We're good. Alright, good. Jesus Christ. What I'm talking about. Like when a boss he's about to swing. That fucking bullshit, dude. This, bro. When a boss does that, it makes me so fucking mad.
There was only one boss left in the base game that remained, the Old Demon King. I returned to the Catacombs of Karthus. Walking through here felt weirdly nostalgic at this point. Back when I had first explored these areas, I still felt completely overwhelmed by everything. Now, I was way stronger, more experienced, and felt like I understood the game a lot better. I still think that turning the bridges into ladders might be one of the coolest mechanics in this game. That led us down to the smoldering lake, and immediately the atmosphere changed. Everything looked ancient and burned away, like the remains of a civilization that had collapsed long before I ever arrived. While exploring, I saw the giant lava worms flying around, and that seemed like a good sign that we were in the right place.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
And there he is, final base game boss, the Old Demon King. He really didn't stand much of a chance. I realized pretty quickly that I think I was supposed to kill this guy way earlier in the game. This also happened to me in my Elden Ring playthrough too. Sometimes you miss a boss for so long that by the time you finally come back, you're ridiculously overleveled, and instead of some massive climactic showdown, it turns more into a public execution. A little disappointing, but honestly kind of funny too.
Was that a boss or a world enemy? Yeah. Chad's gonna start yapping. You're over leveled. Shut up. He got smoked.
Just like that, every single boss in the base game of Dark Souls 3 was now dead. After everything the game had put me through, the swamps, the dungeon, the rage, the confusion, endless deaths, and the Lord of Cinder, we actually did it. Back at Firelink Shrine, I really took some time to just kind of seize the moment and listen to the beautiful music of this game.
Be careful.
Oh, what is this? Why have we not heard this track before, dude? This shit's gas.
The music change felt like the journey I'd spent days surviving was finally over. But Dark Souls 3 was not done with me yet. After teleporting back to the Cathedral of the Deep, I found a man kneeling in worship who had definitely not been there before. The noises he was making were deeply concerning.
Wait, you've the same scent as that woman.
We did the dirty.
You must be an action one. You must be. Oh. You don't know.
He handed me a scrap of a painting, and before I fully understood what was happening, I found myself waking up somewhere cold, somewhere isolated. The painted world of Ariandel. A massive frozen tundra stretched endlessly before me. This felt like a world slowly dying in silence. While exploring, I came across another bridge, and naturally my brain immediately thought, can I turn this one into a ladder too? Okay, maybe that was not my greatest idea. I crossed the bridge properly this time and eventually reached a small chapel. And because Dark Souls had completely destroyed my ability to trust anything, I instinctively tried attacking the knight standing outside, even though he was friendly. Hopefully that wouldn't come back to haunt me later. Inside the chapel, I found yet another bonfire and was greeted by a woman who gave me the chill bite ring to help resist frost. Upstairs, I found something strange, an empty painting sitting alone beside a window while light poured in from outside.
Do I need to paint something? Should I pull out my wand?
I had just entered the painted world, and now I was staring at another empty painting. Worlds within worlds? I felt like I was operating on some sort of dream logic. I wandered around the chapel for a little while, unable to figure out how to progress. I eventually gave up, decided to backtrack into the frozen wilderness, hoping I had missed another pathway somewhere. Then I realized something. I had already tried breaking the bridge from one side, but I didn't try breaking it from the other side. I descended down the frozen trees, past the knights and the giant crabs until eventually reaching a frozen flower field. And kneeling before the gravestone ahead was the champion's grave tender. At first the fight felt pretty manageable. My damage was really good. Everything seemed under control until I realized it wasn't just the two of us anymore.
What is bro doing? Of course he is. Oh fuck.
It was a really close first attempt. The boss itself wasn't even what scared me at this point. It was more of the run back.
No! No! Bro! I was 0.25 seconds away from killing him, dude.
Man, if only there was some kind of ring specifically designed to help resist frostbite. Wouldn't that be crazy? But I didn't need it. Eventually, after a few more attempts, the Great Wolf finally went down.
Easy!
Now that the arena was clear, I trotted around looking to get a better angle of the area. I realized something important, that there was clearly more above me. The painting kept stretching higher and deeper into the mountain. I just had to figure out how the hell to actually reach it. An ice bridge, a hidden ladder, another invisible pathway? At this point, I was conditioned to assume the game was hiding something everywhere.
Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking serious? Bro, did they just add that DLC? Did they just add the ladder DLC?
After crossing the same bridge probably 30 times, I noticed the ladder in plain sight. It led me deeper down into the painting, and everything started feeling worse. The snow slowly gave way to the rivers of blood, ruined structures, dead silence, and waiting for me at the bottom was what looked like Edward Scissorhands after surviving the apocalypse.
Holy fuck!
Beyond him sat an almost abandoned village, not destroyed through war, just empty. Like the hope itself had slowly frozen to death here. Through some extremely questionable parkour and a lot of running for my life, I eventually climbed my way up towards the chapel sitting above the village. And guarding the entrance was Sir Wilhelm.
Wait. Oh, it's this guy. Are you fucking kidding me?
Every secret must be. Such is the conceit of the self-proclaimed seeker of truth. But in the end,
swing, fat ass.
To the agony that you'll bring upon yourself.
Bro, stop fucking yapping, bro. You distracted me.
Is he sucking my asshole?
This is some fucking hoe activity, bro. This is some fucking hoe ass activity. Are you gonna stun?
Forgive me, my lady.
Yeah, forgive this fucking dick in your mouth, buddy.
After enough suffering and panic rolling, I finally pushed my way past him and entered the temple at the top of the hill. And immediately, I was greeted by giant blood-sucking insects, which made me quiver a little bit because I'm actually allergic to mosquitoes in real life.
Excuse me, excuse me!
After getting gallons of blood vacuumed out of my body and burning through almost all my healing, I eventually reached a giant wooden door at the top of the staircase. We had to be getting close to something important now.
No way this is that fucking door. No fucking shot.
And we're back at the small chapel. Fuck. I had just completed the biggest lap imaginable. This chapel was like the center of the entire nightmare. This did give me some confidence though that there could only be one solution. I had to have missed something down below.
I mean, I guess I can go down. Wait. Actual fucking genius activity. Holy shit. Just don't build them like me anymore, boys.
I descended back into the rotting depths of the painting and started rechecking everything. Every pathway, every corner, every staircase.
Oh, wait.
I found it. The giant mechanism hidden deep inside the temple. When the cutscene rolled, it started to make sense. Why everything was actually connected. Because this was about to lead us into one of the coolest fights in this entire game.
What a place. Yes, the classic staircase under the statue.
As ashes will be, ever seeking fire.
Dude, fuck!
Frida. Hello. Sister Frida.
Bring Frida to me, please. Canst thou not see the flame flickering once again?
Of course, brother.
Soon will it surge. I can see it, feel it.
Fret not, Father. We have no need of thy flail.
I know I should have killed this bitch when I had the chance.
'Tis only the flame.
Holy, she's got the fucking grippers out too. Holy shit.
Please avert thine eyes. I will snuff out these ashes for good.
Is this a boss?
The music was strangely soothing. Her movements felt slow, but yet impossibly fast at the same time. Everything about this fight felt graceful, almost like some sort of haunting waltz unfolding inside of a burning painting. Impressively, on the first attempt, I completely drained her health bar. The second the cutscene started playing, I knew I had made a horrible mistake.
Are you kidding me? Frida! Is he a chandelier? Bro, this is the longest Phase 2 cutscene I have ever seen. That's pretty sick, though. Ah, yes. Which one do you have to kill first? Fire and ice, huh? Fire and ice. Yeah, that'll do it. Hey, we got the second phase first try, though. That's fine.
The cutscene perfectly captured the sheer terror I was suddenly feeling, because Phase 2 immediately felt different from every other duo fight in the game. Previously, they were separate enemies, which meant separate health bars and separate pressure. But this was one shared health bar.
I'm cheating, dude. Holy shit. I almost just did that hit list, bro. That was fucking crazy. Alright. Here's where it goes to shit, though. Okay, this fight won't be too bad. I just gotta be more aggressive on her. Oh, that kills me? I don't know what I healed if I knew that was gonna kill me. You guys said this is like one of the hardest boss fights, right? I really don't find this to be that difficult. This fight is easy, you just gotta be able to manipulate the boss. I still need to like learn her attacks, bro. I've done this is my like 5th attempt, bro.
I still couldn't fully figure out what my priority should be. Every opening felt covered between the two of them. Every attack felt layered on top of another. Between Sister Fried's ice attacks and Father Ariandel's turning half of the arena into a volcanic apocalypse, finding a safe moment to attack felt nearly impossible.
Oh, that's cool. She heals him.
The second Fried teleported away and started glowing, I realized what the shared health bar actually meant. She was healing. This immediately changed the structure of the entire fight. To me, it wasn't about slowly surviving anymore. It wanted me to play aggressive. If I saw her start glowing, that had to become priority number one no matter what else was happening. Once she started channeling that healing spell, she was locked in that animation, which meant it was time for some damage. All I had to do was create enough distance between myself and Ariandel long enough to punish her safely. Phase 2 didn't feel impossible anymore. When the health bar finally collapsed, both of them dropped to the ground. And for a brief moment, I thought it was actually over.
How many times I gotta kill this bitch, dude? Fuck!
The look on my face says everything you need to know. Here I was thinking I'd finally mastered the ability to break down these fights and slowly solve them piece by piece, just for the game to throw yet another curveball directly at my big ass forehead. That's the beauty of Dark Souls. Every time I think I understand the rules, the game found another way to surprise me. You're never truly comfortable. You're never fully safe. And the second that you think the nightmare is over, there's gonna be another phase. I wasn't fighting a boss anymore. I was running a marathon. If I wanted to survive all 3 of these phases consistently, I needed to go find some more healing. So I temporarily abandoned the fight, searching for every Estus Flask upgrade I had missed throughout the game.
Undead Bone Shard? Wait. That's the other thing I would like, for sure. Okay. I'm dead. I'm just fucking... Bro. Wombo combo, dude. Stupid ass Rummy. Don't you have fucking Ratatouille to make, you bitch? Who the fuck is this guy? Jesus. Why do you hurt? No! Oh, fuck! I thought it was gonna, like, tickle me, bro! God damn it! Estus Shard. Yo, guys, we found it. Nice. Okay.
On the journey for some more heals, I had this gut feeling that I wanted to try a completely different weapon. Not because my current damage was bad, because honestly the Uchi Katana still felt great. But after being stuck for this long on one fight, my desperation started convincing me to try anything else. So, from the collection of dusty weapons still sitting in my inventory, I chose the Fume Ultra Greatsword, which also meant I needed to completely respec my stats for the first time. Thankfully, since I had already discovered the Worm Lady days ago, the process itself wasn't too bad.
Let's leave the health the same then. Right. I feel like a new man. Now the question is do I want to put a gem on this thing? Bro! I still can't fucking move with this thing on! Hello? Alright, butt-ass naked it is, boys.
Immediately after respecking, I discovered a massive problem. I could wield the sword now, but I was chunky rolling harder than a refrigerator falling down a staircase. So naturally, I stripped off most of my armor and prepared to fight Sister Fried like a true Dark Souls player.
I have no idea how to use this thing, so this is gonna be interesting. That eats all my fucking stamina. Oh my fucking god, sit down, bitch. Okay. I really am a glass cannon here.
The first attempt with this new build felt terrible. The sword swung so slowly that every attack felt like a lifelong commitment. I suddenly had to be way more conscious and careful about my positioning, timing, and stamina management. But when I did get the attacks to connect, they hit like a freight train. I basically transformed myself into a glass cannon. I couldn't determine whether this was genius or the worst decision I had made all playthrough. But I kept on trying. No matter what I did, I just couldn't make it consistently farther than I already had with my trusty Uchigatana.
Okay, or I'll just do it now. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Alright, well the bonk was fun while it lasted.
After about an hour of trying, I gave up on the new build entirely. While that decision felt like a waste of time and a failure, it taught me something really important about the way I naturally play these games. I don't succeed much through brute force. I play so much better through consistency, rhythm, agility, and controlled movement. The second I switched back, that showed immediately.
Are you kidding? Okay, so neither of my dodges wanted to work there, bro. Okay, phase 3 isn't that bad. You just gotta expect 45 fucking swings in one combo.
With my trusty Uchi back in hand, I was finally making it to phase 3 more consistently. And with more healing this time, which gave me enough breathing room to properly observe the fight instead of barely surviving it. She reminded me a lot of the lanky Godskin Apostle from Elden Ring. Not necessarily identical, but the movement style and the pressure felt incredibly similar. Attempt after attempt, this had finally become the longest I had been stuck on any boss in the entire game. It wasn't even because the fight felt unfair. This fight was just pure endurance. A marathon of concentration. I knew I could do it, I just needed a cleaner phase 1, a couple more heals entering phase 3, and to learn how to dodge the Black Flame wave attack a little bit better.
Alright, well I'm gonna dodge the attack the same way I do every single time. She's gonna go up, I'm gonna dodge twice to the right, and it's gonna work. Wow. That's exactly what I did last time. I'm fucking stun locked because my character's fat as fuck.
After over 4 hours of attempts, we finally did it. By the end, I completely gave into the rage and brute forced my way through the final moments. There was no excitement anymore. No screaming, no celebration, no victory speech. Not a word spoken in anger or triumph. I just simply ended stream. I may have beaten Sister Freed, but the game had beaten me for today.
Now where are we? The Dreg Heap. Take the plunge. Are you...
I had just fallen, what, like 40 stories? And somehow my ankles are still perfectly intact. Maybe I shouldn't be scared of giant drops here. Unfortunately, that didn't make the enemies in this area any less terrifying. Holy arrow barrages raining from the sky. Massive creatures launching flaming souls at me. The earth itself shaking apart around me. This area felt completely unstable. Like reality itself was collapsing inward. I felt like I was walking through the end of the world.
Yo. Wait, is that like connected to the main guy? Does he be making noise when I kill him? This doesn't go anywhere.
Eventually, I reached another massive cliff ledge. I stared over it, contemplating whether From Software was about to betray me, or if my learning moment from earlier was about to come in handy. If I had survived that last one, surely this one wasn't bait too, right?
Get your finger out of my ass crack. Demon of Pain. Or In Pain. This game really just loves duo fights, huh? Fuck. I feel like this is a free fight. No, I dodged. I didn't dodge, bro. Come on.
The last few bosses prepared me for this. Separating enemies, managing spacing, controlling aggression. Those were all skills the game had been quietly teaching me for hours now. So after a few attempts, I was really into the rhythm of this fight. If Sister Freed taught me anything, it's that these fights never actually end when you think they will. So, instead of celebrating, I mentally buckled up for whatever nightmare was about to crawl out next.
Awesome. He's got so much health, bro. Wow.
After getting launched into the Shadow Realm several times, I started wondering if maybe I needed a different elemental setup entirely. Was frost damage in the game? Could I abuse ice somehow? Unfortunately, not really. My next thought was maybe lightning, magic, anything that might melt this thing a little bit faster, but nothing felt right. But then, I noticed an old friend staring back at me in my inventory. The Twin Blades. I had upgraded them forever ago and completely ignored them afterwards. They were dexterity weapons, so I didn't really have to change a lot. They're fast, aggressive, built around momentum, which is exactly the kind of playstyle I naturally gravitated towards the entire game. I immediately knew what I needed to try. Blood infusion. If these things were even close to what bleed felt like in Elden Ring, we were about to be in business.
Oh, that does fucking nothing. Jesus. Bleed damage might be where it counts, though. Alright, we'll test.
The second I tested them, I just knew. It finally felt like I'd found the weapon that actually matched the way I wanted to play Dark Souls 3.
What's he doing? What's he doing? Oh, he's the fire giant. He's the fire giant. Don't! Don't! Stop that shit, bro. Oh, fire hot. What the fuck is bro doing? Oh my fucking god! I didn't see you spawning meteors, bro! Can I have a higher FOV, please?
Within only a few more attempts,
no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Alright, now for the demon grandpa. Let's go! Woo. Believers cast out! 37x? Dude, the stonks are too good. You guys thought I was gonna get shit. Bro, that boss is easy, man. What did that take, like 10 tries or less? Oh, great. Now we're playing the Wizard of Oz. Only 3 people got points off of it. Which one of you bet the most? Bro, who? You guys should have put 250k down, bro. You would have cashed out, bro. Wait, is this still the first DLC, or am I in the second one now? Oh, this is the second one? Okay. I was gonna say, if this is still the first, that's a big DLC, my god.
As the sun stretched across the horizon and the ruins unfolded beneath me, everything suddenly felt distant, quiet, ancient. It felt like I had reached the last kingdom sitting at the edge of existence itself.
You guys ever just look at the sunset and realize how beautiful life is? But you just sit indoors all days and don't actually go outside?
Even though I didn't realize it yet, there are only 3 bosses left standing between me and the end of the journey. But one of them was about to become the hardest challenge I'd faced in the entire game. As I descended onto the bridge, I could hear the distant wailing of the dead echoing through the city below. That probably should have been my warning sign.
What the fuck?
The second I turned around, I found myself in the middle of a public execution, where apparently I was the main event.
Alright, surely this door opens, right? Huh, who would have guessed?
Another locked door, but probably a good idea to remember that one for later.
Hello?
Speak thine own God.
Chad, what did she say?
Gwyn? Who the hell is Gwyn?
This place blows ass. Just throwing that out there.
Thank God we finally found a swamp that wasn't poisonous. That alone made it the best swamp in the whole game. If it was, it would have felt worse, because I was already struggling trying not to get flattened by giant enemies every 3 seconds in this place.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? It just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Big salami in my hand, big salami in my pants.
Once I finally had a moment to breathe, I went back to the giant enemy from earlier and was rewarded with the Dragon Slayer armor set. I might actually need that for later.
Yeah, that's fun.
I continued climbing higher and higher through the Ring City, while barely avoiding repeated Dragonfire strafing runs. The entire time, it felt like the world itself was trying to stop me from reaching whatever waited at the end.
The Moaning Knight? The who? I just literally shit in my fucking pants. I've no heals?
Yeah, That's enough suffering for the day. Throughout the next day, I was promoting my new GamerSupps waifu shaker. This is old news now, by the way. I just wanted to give a heads up of why there's a giant pair of calcium cannons on your screen the entirety of this time. Sorry. Anyways, after leaving the bridge and heading back in the opposite direction, I realized the dragon was no longer flying away. This time, he stood his ground. So naturally, I fought back. And eventually, I sent him falling into the depths for good. With the bridge finally clear, I pushed deeper into the ring city and eventually spotted a small chapel guarded by a dual-wielding flame knight. When I finally approached the door, a voice called out to me from the other side.
Okay, well, I'm walking in anyways.
Scared, I continued onward until I was greeted by yet another massive fog wall.
Oh my god, it's a boss. Who would have guessed? A boss in a Dark Souls game? No way. You're tall.
When I entered, all I could think of was Gideon from Elden Ring. Way more aggressive, multiple summons, constant pressure, magic flying everywhere. It felt less like a duel and more like surviving an ambush inside a cathedral.
Oh, wait, he does a lot of damage. Oh, I didn't realize I was low. Ooh. Oh. Oh, that hurts, bro. Stop. Are you serious? Is this a joke? Oh, uh-oh. This is no bueno. Come here, bitch. Swing. Bro, what is going on? My game is lagging! Bro, that's not what I pressed! Looking like I'm a fucking blind child out here, man. Jesus fucking H Christ, man. I press swing 7 times and he stands there with his fucking dick in his hand and fucking blows a load in his own eye, bro. Do something, you useless fuck. Holy fucking Melania, bro. God damn. No. Is that a joke? So I'm just not allowed to swing? I mean, are you fucking serious? Who are you? That's the bitch from earlier. You're dead. Bitch. Who's next? That's right, bitch! Nobody!
At the back of the church, I found another bonfire and finally reached 69 dexterity. Nice. Beyond the church, a massive staircase stretched endlessly upwards, and sitting at the very top was a woman cradling a broken shell.
Hey, it's Renala. Uh-oh.
We've awoken the hive.
One more Destiny reference, I'll permaban every single one of you. Two bosses left? Question mark? Is that what you guys said?
I realized I was now standing at the end of the world. There were no cities left, no armies, no civilization, just endless ash stretching to the horizon.
I've been working on the railroad.
Filiano, the Red Hood ate our dark.
He said Dark Souls. He said the thing. I got you, man. He said the thing, man. What are you guys laughing about? Surely the dragon from earlier that I killed doesn't fly in here, right?
Dark Souls reference?
Or is the guy in the chair gonna wake up? It's gonna be one of the two.
And beyond the dunes, at the end of it all, stood Slave Knight Gale, feasting on what little remained of this broken world.
What? Still here?
Is that Dumbledore? Look at that beard, bro. Holy shit.
Handed over that thing, your dark soul,
Ah, he said it again. He said the name of the game.
for my latest painting.
You can have it, man. I don't want it. That didn't hit me. Come on, man. He's not taking damage, really. Huh. Does he lifesteal? Kinda looks like it. Okay.
Is this the blood?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
The blood of the dark soul?
Again. Okay, you can stop saying the name, man. I know what game I'm playing.
In my first attempt, everything the game had taught me was showing that it was finally clicking. In his transformed state, Gale somehow looked even more dangerous, taller, wild, and completely consumed by the world around him. That attempt in itself felt like a major victory. Every brutal lesson I had been forced to learn, patience, spacing, awareness, adaptability, and confidence, led me to this moment.
Oh, damn. Okay. What the fuck is he doing? Why didn't he dodge, man? No, the lightning hit me. Aw, dude. Okay, that's not that bad. If the lightning didn't hit me, I actually could have had that.
Hey, streamer, watch out for the boss's attacks.
I had a realization at the beginning of this attempt. I'm pretty sure this guy is resist to bleed. I think I'm making this way harder than it needs to be. I think I would have killed this guy like 4 times over. Let's see how much damage I do here. I didn't realize that in the first, and I was like, wait, doesn't this guy do bleed damage? Dead. Let's go!
Slave Knight Gale had fallen. I didn't even realize that I had reached the end. I just wandered through the massive ash-covered arena feeling confused, lost, empty. There was no celebration, no giant reward waiting for me, just silence. And deep down, I knew I was missing something. There had to be something more. The final boss that I was missing was one that I actually encountered earlier. Buried deep beneath the ring city waited Midir.
So the ladder's on the other side, in case you guys were curious.
My worst nightmare woke up directly in front of me. Dark Eater Midir. Everything about this fight was overwhelming immediately. The size, the damage, the aggression, even the music itself felt heavy. Like the final nightmare standing at the end of this entire journey. And unlike Gale, nothing here felt readable to me. If I wanted to survive Midir, I would have to stand my ground directly in front of him. And that was terrifying. Through my deaths, I started questioning everything. Did I need more defense? A different weapon? Do I need to respec? Spam magic and run away? No matter what I tried, his attacks felt impossible to avoid, and every mistake deleted half of my health bar instantly. Desperate for answers, I tried another respec and switched over to the Foreign Greatsword. But there was a huge problem now. I was running dangerously low on respec materials, and since they were limited, I either needed to figure out this fight now, or potentially replay the entire game just to keep experimenting.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I feel like that was a good attempt, though. So I just need to abuse being under his neck and get him to swing, and then I can just hit his head. Ooh. Bro, come on, man. Run, you fat fuck. Dude, I fucking dodged, bro! Fucking Krispy Kreme eating ass. Do something, bro. It's 70 dexterity and I'm moving like Betty White.
I felt like I was throwing a Hail Mary, and while the damage was technically better, it didn't really solve my real problem. I didn't understand this fight. Every time I tried attacking, I got punished for it. Every attempt slowly chipped away at the confidence I had built fighting Gale. No matter how many times I tried, I just wasn't improving. Medivh continued crushing my confidence hour after hour until eventually I stopped believing I could beat him at all.
Like, what am I supposed to do there when I'm attacking him? Like, he decides to spit fire, and I just can't do anything. You can't get away fast enough because my character's too fucking fat. Okay, man. Sure. Like I full ran. Literally, the second I saw an orange pixel, I full ran. And it's just not enough. That's insane. Wow, man. Let's make a boss that you just can't dodge his attack. That's great, dude. Thank you.
And for the next 2 months, I avoided Medivh like the plague. Not a single attempt, no practice. Honestly, I didn't even want to think about the fight, because in the back of my mind, I was scared that maybe I just couldn't do it. I went back to streaming normally. Other games, other challenges, anything except Medivh. Until one day, I was playing a brand new game I had waited years for, and then suddenly the servers went down for hours. And for whatever reason, during that time, I immediately knew exactly what I needed to do. I needed to finish exactly what I had started. And as symbolic and tragic as it is, the footage from that night was eventually lost. Gone. Nothing left except a few surviving clips from the day I finally completed the journey. That almost felt weirdly fitting for Dark Souls. All that I really have left from that night is a quiet moment sitting beside a bonfire after finally slaying Medivh, and somehow that feels like enough. It's easy to think games like this are only about difficulty or proving yourself to other people, but that's not what I'll remember most. I'll remember the frustration, the laughter, the moments of discovery, the feeling of overcoming something that once felt impossible. This journey genuinely stayed with me, and without hesitation, I would do it all again in a heartbeat. And thankfully, there are still more Souls games waiting for us to try. Consider subscribing so you don't miss the next journey. Thank you for watching.